Today I will be debating the topic of whether genetically modified salmon should be part of the human food chain. I am in support of the resolution and believe that producing genetically modified salmon carries too many risks and should not be allowed. According to a scholarly article by Todd Biddle, even though genetically modified crops have been part of the human diet since the 1990s, genetically modified foods are often met with criticism from global consumers. The European Commission has even received responses from some European countries who wish to ban genetically modified organisms. There is a lack of public trust in their safety, and they flag a number of environmental concerns. The first concern is that even though the genetically modified salmon would be raised in an inland self-contained facility, there is still a chance that an unsterile fish could escape and breed with native salmon, who are already listed as endangered species. Because of this, environmentalists fear the Trojan gene theory, which states that transgenic larger males are more aggressive and procreate with a larger percentage of the female population. Therefore, over time, their genes would dominate the population, eventually causing extinction of some species. Also, the acceptance of these genetically modified fish could give ocean-based fishermen an unfair advantage in the marketplace. Another concern is by raising fish in contaminated tanks and facilities, the resources that go into the fish claim to be more closely monitored, and the fish are considered to be free of environmental parasites. However, some people disagree with the practices of aquaculture, as they believe it is a form of factory farming where animals are mistreated and are potentially fed additives including antibiotics that could harm humans. A fourth concern is that this product is not legally required to be labeled as genetically modified, and since this transgenic salmon is not required to be labeled, consumers will have no choice over what they're eating. According to Don Young from the New York Times, any approval of genetically modified salmon could seriously threaten wild salmon populations as they grow twice as fast and require much more food. Lastly, due to a difference in the fish's diet, wild fish tend to be higher in omega-3 than farm-raised fish. Omega-3 is a fatty acid known to reduce both saturated fat in blood and risk of cancer in humans. In conclusion, I believe that producing genetically modified salmon carries too many risks and would negatively affect the environment and human health.